What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Project 1999 in 2021. So we're back at the hole. It's kind of hard to get away from the hole because there's 39 people in here. So every time you try to go anywhere, everybody's like, come to the hole. So I do have my SEB key and my HS key. I just really haven't gone yet at all. I haven't stepped foot in either. So here we are again. I got invited to an OBS group. That's the Observatory on the map. I've never actually been because I'm new to the hole. So this is actually all kind of fun for me anyway, and probably why I have so many hole videos. Anyway, I should always start off by saying this is Everquest. It was made in 1999. The graphics are shit because it was made 22 years ago. So it's just an old game, but it is fantastic. I seriously think it's the best MMO that exists. Maybe World of Warcraft is a competitor, but that's all kinds of fucked up. So this is where it's at. Anyway, I'm going to the Observatory. So I have no idea how to get there. I'm going to start moving in. I'm going to turn my log on so Gina kicks in here. I hook myself up with a regen. So, Buddy did say he could give me a Call of the Hero, which is a mage ability. Probably their only great ability. Sorry, mages. But we're going to see if I can sneak through. Which I don't think I can. So again, I don't know my way. I looked at the map. It looks like you go through here and then you poke your head to the left. And then you just fucking keep your left shoulder on the wall. I definitely need to fucking shrink myself. What am I thinking? Let's go backwards here. Oh, I miss Sal. So those two are hanging out. That's Slobber. He's a good tank. We grouped with him a while back. So Bandit is going to invite me. He's over here. I need to get a C invis item. I wasn't invis, but I'm fat, or I was shrunk. Hey, all. So now that I'm in group, the mage can target us and he can call a hero back. So there's a rogue that snuck over to us, which is a fantastic tactic. Like, how fucking cool is that? The rogue sneaks out, invites me to the group so they can target me, then the mage can summon me. Boom! How sick. Oh, love that shit. Dope. All right, that's fucking sweet. I really like that. That's about as badass as it gets. Okay, so we got a rogue, obviously Bandit. Who else we got? A 58 Conjurer. It's a mage. The 57 Knight. That's Allura. Okay, 55 Cleric. Dope. And a Bard. Okay. Okay, that's fucking sweet. So we'll start. I don't need to do that one because there's a Cleric. So I'll start off with buffing the Warrior. Whoops, I just missed that group chat. My bad. A little anxious. Excited. Where's Allura? There we are. Hopefully that group chat wasn't directed at me. Rogue's just letting me know he just needs some strength and haste, and he's good to go. Which, makes sense. So stamina, go agility, get the strength out, hit up another cannibalize on the bar. If you have extra mana after buffing the important people, I'd take a regen. And who's Gambit? So just passing on some buffs, kind of same old. That's what I do as a shaman, bit of a buff bot. And this is the strength buff. We'll go ahead and toss the regen over to the main tank, and I don't have haste yet on the bar. So there's certain spells I just don't really like to take off. Slow is a good one to keep on. Root is necessary to leave on. I don't need both cannies because I'm not even using it, but which I should be doing because then I can take advantage of the regen that I have. Oh, whoops. I gave him the wrong one. Oh well. Okay, and then Gambit wanted a regen. Oh, so it's tons of rock golems here. So I've never been to the observatory. I haven't even fucking looked around yet. Just jumping in there. Okay, I'm gonna get haste on the bar ASAP. And I gotta get slow up. Nice, rock golem slowed. Okay, Lura needs haste. And Bandit needs a haste. Yeah, but Lura have regen. Okay, who is this? Is the bard, right? We do have a cleric, so I'm not gonna heal the bard. Plus, Hymn of Restoration is usually really good. Try to get my ass in there for that, but it's not casting it. That Hymn of Restoration I've found to be very, very good. I do actually like the bard heal quite a bit. Mind you, I think if you group with bards, there's an experience penalty to the group, which is kind of a shitty mechanic. You know, I really feel like the P99 devs should maybe reduce it, if not completely remove it, because it's okay. Okay, so the thing is, I don't completely disagree with it because, you know, bard might bring a lot to the group, and that's kind of where they're going with it. You know, maybe you need to even it out a little bit for what they offer. However, it almost gets to the point where some people don't want a group of bards, so it's kind of a... I don't think that's what they're going for. I really would like to have a mallow on the bar. So gonna go for a slow on the rock golem here. Got him. Dope. Gotta love that. And the group loves that, man. For these rock golems especially. Like once that's slowed, you feel that. That wizard's just beating them away. There's there it is. There's the mez. Oh, he charmed it. Okay. Maybe that's a bard, I think.
You resist.
With the short-term charm. It's a decent CC. Not only does it take control of the wild mob, but you get to use his damage for a moment. Oh, there's a big nuke coming. Maybe I should toss out some magic resist. I have group magic resist from my old... Okay, so now that wizard is free. Shit, what did I just put on my bar? Why do I shrink? Fuck, I'm an idiot. For some strange reason, I thought we had an enchanter, and I was going to shrink the pet, because it's petted. Because when I tried to cast on it, it was protected, and then I'm cluing it. It was bard. Oh, he's angry with me. He's angry with me. Give him a shitty slow. It's not a shitty slow, it's actually a fantastic slow. It's just not my best slow. I kind of swap between the two, so I use my BC slow on the rock golems, no doubt. But these elemental wizards, they don't really require anything spectacular. And I love that Hymn of Restoration from the bard. That offsets my mana so well. That just lets me... It's like a clarity for me. Maybe even a C2. Like, it's really, really good for shaman. Necros too. I have the entrance group with Necromancer is fantastic. Get lots of regen from their Pact of Shadow. I love Necros. I swear to God, I talk about how dope Necros are in every video. So I've got Mallow on the bar now, so I'm gonna go for the Mallow first on the rock golem. He resisted the Mallow. Hopefully it doesn't resist the slow.
Resist.
Yeah. Some of them, man, they're just like, maybe they're a higher level one. I mean, they probably... Sounds white to me, so it's level 53. Some of them are just fucking resistant as shit, so I'm like strapped for mana. I'm out of mana, I'm just gonna stay low on mana. But they take a lot from me, those fucking golems. So mages, I haven't really seen many rods on the stream. I've grouped with mages and had rods outside of the stream. But modification, they're not called modification, they're called something else. Something mod rods. Can't remember the mods, we'll see in a moment. But you click, it's like a hardcore cannibalize. You click them and it nukes like 20% of your health and gives you like 15% mana, roughly. I don't know. That capture is not slowed, so I should do that. Should I though? I got no mana. If there's more rock golems, I'd rather save mana to slow the rock golem. You know, these captures, they should be slowed. Everything should be slowed, but mana is an issue. Where's that bard at? So bards also have mana song. So a lot of the times bards will stand near the casters in the group and increase their mana regenerate, which has worked fantastic. And it's super cool that they can spin multiple songs at the same time. So you can get, I can get healed and mana at the same time. It's like super, super dope. Where'd you go? This fucking game's awesome. It really is. You know, it's ridiculous to be playing it in 2021, but at the same time, it's not, because it's just such a fucking good game. There's just so much fantasy aspect. I think I've said this maybe even a few times, but it's just such a cool, like, look at the composition we have here. Like, we've got a warrior, somebody. Okay, here's the thing. This is what makes it cool. Probably 3 months ago, some dude sat down and he started this game and he made a warrior and he leveled him for 3 months, and now he's here in this fucking dungeon with me, and I'm, you know, playing after 2 months or whatever, maybe even 3, I don't know. And you know, we meet up and it's just fucking cool, and we go into this dungeon together, and there's a mage there who's also been playing for a long time, and a rogue, and what else we got, and a bard. You know, it's just so fucking cool, man. I really really like the fantasy aspect of getting just such a cool group composition. Like if you were to watch a movie or something and watch, you know, a bunch of heroes go into a cave and kill a dragon, you know, it would be pretty typical. You'd have a fighter, a cleric, you know, a mage maybe. Like, super cool, man. I just really like it. It's a really fantastic game. Okay, so I'm decent on mana enough where I can toss some mallow to the rock golem and try to get this fucker slowed.
Resist.
So he resisted mallow, which is always annoying. Nice, he didn't resist slow. That's the important one. It's no good when they resist slow. So the other one's not slowed, the capturer there. It's kind of tricky for me to slow sometimes when the bard is doing their bardly things. You know what? Since the bard is the one taking hits and doing the CC, I'm going to toss him a talisman and a regen. That's going to hurt my mana a lot though.
Slow.
But he could use it. Oh, what was that? So nobody called OBS, so I'll call that. In the camp check in the chat. So CC means camp check. You know, I don't imagine. I imagine most people that are watching this have played this game a lot. So I don't know why you're watching. But CC means camp check. It's just a quick way of asking what's open, what camps are open in the dungeon, so you can get a group together and start planning to go there. So there's a capture here still, not slowed. Oh, it's a fucking rat.
Out of mana.
So I'm strapped for mana here, man. if that slow is smart. Oh, nice. I have enough mana for a root, thank God. Ooh, nice. Cleric healed me, so I can at least steal some health back for mana, so I can at least root something, maybe. What are we fighting? The capture, is that slowed? It is not slowed. It's dead, though. So the tank just said he'll do a quick mana break after this, which is cool. Could probably use it, especially because the cleric just healed me as well, so I do need to toss another haste pretty soon as well to the tanks. So let's go ahead and work on that now. Before I forget, you know, I've said it before, I often will think about buffing when I see a timer's low, and it's like, oh, I should get that last 2 minutes out of that, or that last minute out of that, and not over buff. But then I forget about it, and I don't buff for a minute or two, and it's like, fuck, now I'm, you know, that's worse. So I just over buff when I see the timer's low, and I remember it's on my mind. Oh, that's a mess. This is an ugly scene. I like all the swords in the ground here. It's a cool place to hole. Again, I've really never been here. So far I've been to the entrance mobs, castle entrance, slabs, and now I'm at the observatory. So I've been to 4 different camps here, and I like it. It's a huge dungeon. I think there's a lot more camps. There's docks, never been to docks. Golem Tower, never been to Golem Tower. Still never been to Rats, and I think Rats is not too deep, but I think Rats is like really good experience. And I think they're all warriors too, which is really fantastic for shamans, for everybody really. And I say that they're fantastic for shamans because this slow means so much more when they're all melee. 40 mana. So I'm going to lose my regen pretty quick. I knew that was coming. I don't know. Oh, and my magic resist. I should probably pass out magic resist, but there's not too many nukers here. Seems to be mostly rock golems here. So far, I don't know. It's only been like 15 minutes. Ooh, there's a mana stone. I said it before. It's kind of funny. You see a lot of mana stones here. Was that a mana stone? Who is that? Cool. Yeah, anyway, you see a lot of mana stones here because it's a classic dungeon, so you can actually still use it here, whereas you cannot use your mana stone in Kunark. So you can't use it in Sebelis or Karnar's Castle, or basically any of the 50 plus zones other than the hole. I think this is pretty much the only 50 plus zone. Soul B, maybe there's some shit to kill, I don't know. The 3D mobs, you know, that would be decent. You could use it there. And the fire giants and shit. Yeah, Soul B would be another good spot. I mean, you could use it in Lower Guk, but I feel like Lower Guk is kind of over at 50 plus. It's more of a up to 50. I don't know. Maybe there's some shit in there. I don't know. Maybe a small group. I haven't been to Lower Guk that much this time around. I haven't been there too much. Too much, but I was a Necro on the blue server, so I did fuck around there a little bit. I think I probably soloed every camp at least once, including a frenzy camp, which is just annoying. I don't even want that camp. Take it. You somebody else take it. So just medding up here, a little bit boring sometimes on the med breaks. This is the slowest, fastest game I've ever played because it takes fucking forever. It is certainly slow. It moves at a snail's pace, and yet the second you walk away, shit just goes down and you're like almost dead. Like you just go get a drink and come back. It's like so much shit has happened. It's like, how the fuck does this game move so fast but move so slow at the same time? It's funny. It's weird. I would be ready to go here at 60 mana. My buffs are probably going to fade soon-ish. I don't know when I buffed last, but I'll wait for my buffs to fade, and then hopefully they take a little while, and then maybe at that point I'll rebuff everybody. Or while mana's good, I'll start to rebuff when I can. You know, just start staggering the buffs, which is kind of the way to do it. I found that staggering buffs Sorry. I found that staggering buffs is a lot easier on the mana. So Lura's just gonna go AFK for a quick second and then I'm gonna pull. Toss another regen. See, it's in a minute and a half. So, you know, ideally, I would wait a minute and a half, then toss a regen, because now I just wasted a minute and a half. But I'll likely forget, and I don't want to stack my regens too close, as close as I can on the rogue and the tank. It's kind of shitty when you have to pass out 2 regens, especially now that it's a regrowth, which is a fantastic spell. I'm not complaining about the spell. It's just having to use 300 mana twice is a bit rough. So at least I might let Giblet, that's a good rogue name, Giblet, might let his timer run out a little bit. Is that a pop right beside us? The rogue or mage pet is really cool. So mage pet, the earth pet. So mages are really cool. I've never played a mage. They seem like sort of an easy class to play. So if you've never played the game before, mage might actually be a decent choice. I mean, you know, I've never played one, so don't quote me on that. But they get different elements for pets. They get pets, and they get strong pets. Basically, mages and necros get strong pets. I have a pet as a shaman, which I should probably summon here since mana's getting good. However, my pet is not very good. Shadow Knights are half necro, half warrior, so they get a pet because it's a necro, but they don't get a very good pet. Anyway, I'm totally ranting. Mages get strong pets. That's the point. They get elemental pets, so you get an earth pet, a water pet, a air pet, and a fire pet. Fire pet has damage shield. Earth pet roots when it hits, which is what I like. It's fucking dope. The air pet stuns, and the water pet, I don't know if I said water before. Anyway, the water pet backstabs. The water pet's a rogue, I think, and I think that's all it does, which is cool. So I like the earth pet the most. Rooting is fucking sweet, and you know, none of us have to do it, and it always ensures aggro, because when something's rooted, it hits the closest target to it. So it's just a nice mechanic all around that the earth pet just not every time it attacks, but often when it attacks, it casts a root spell. You know, an argument could be made that the air pet is good because it stuns and it can stun spell casting. So I like that idea too. However, I think the way it works is you just use whatever pet is the highest spell, because the way they stagger the spells, I think. So you don't just get, like, you don't hit level 50 and get all 4 elements. At level 50, you know, you get maybe your level 50 water pet, and then maybe at level 54 you get an earth pet. You know, level 57 you get an air pet. I don't know how it works. I'm just making shit up. But totally ranting while we sit through this mid break. But whatever. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. I do like this area. I should get a screenshot of the observatory. So I might use that. So our tank's just AFK. This is not a terrible opportunity for me though, because I'm going to summon a pet, which is cool. Get that done. That takes a shit ton of mana, so it's actually kind of hard to get that off in groups sometimes. You kind of have to wait until there's a good opportunity. And boom, there's the pet. Go ahead and shrink it as well. And then it's just another one to haste. Giblet. I like that name now. It's a good rogue name too. Halfling. It's a fucking... Oh, it's not the rogue. It's the mage. Bandit's the rogue, which is actually a good rogue name too. But I'm a moron. Giblet is the mage. He's the one who used Call of Hero on me. And that is a good name for any small race. So I like that he's a gnome. Gonna shrink my pet here. Oh, Lura's back, so the tank is back. So I just made my pet a little bit smaller. I wonder if I ever did shrink myself before. kind of doesn't feel like it. Maybe I did. Yeah, I'm the same size as a dark elf, so I must have. This pet could get shrunk though, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So now I got a pet in there. Nice, Rockholm has got slowed there with no issues. And this fucking guy's pet is gonna get shrunk. I like to shrink the pets. It sort of better distinguishes, you know, the graphics are so bad. It better distinguishes which is the pets, which ones are on our side and which ones are on their side. Which ones are the enemy? Which ones need to die? Okay, so haste. We're gonna have to haste some people here. It's all good. Oh, I'm not in that heal from the bard. He's casting a heal spell. I can see that's landing on everybody that I wasn't getting. So now I jumped in there and I'm getting the Hymn of Restoration. It's a really good spell, like I keep saying. So I should try to be mindful of staying in that when I can. You can see here how effective slow is, with the beefy slow. Like, so good. I think it's 70%, 66%. It's pretty fucking good. I am quite a fan. So passed out 2 hastes, 1 more to go on my pet. So I would haste the mage's pet, except my haste is shit, and they get a self haste, I'm pretty sure, for their pet that they can cast. Alright, so we got another rock golem here. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for the slow because I don't have mallow on the bar. I would have mallowed. This is a rough fight here with no mez. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow the wizard. That might give me aggro, and that's okay. I could take a nuke here. That did land, which is nice. There's a capture in there too. Who's that hitting? So the capture is hitting Allura. I assisted the capture to see if it was charmed, to see if it was hitting one of the mobs. I feel like I kind of just made that up on the fly. I feel like that'd be a good idea to figure out if something's charmed or not. Whoa. So go ahead and root this capture. Looks like I kind of fucked up on my pet. Didn't have him going on the rock golem, so I'll fix that right now. And I should bust out a magic resist. I think I've said it a few times. So my pet got aggro on that capture, and which is fantastic. The capture just nuked my pet instead of nuking me, which is great. Everything hates me. Both of those mobs are not a huge fan of me right now. Okay, I'm gonna select Allura here, and I'm going to assist and tell my pet to get on that target, which is the wizard.
Camp check CC. Slow.
Somebody just did a camp check, so I just said observation. I've got Gina set up to look for CC, and you can hear it. I labeled it CC. It's really fucking annoying though sometimes. I also made a trigger for a train, but Z-Train, there it is. It's funny, I was just about to talk about him, but when I grouped with Z-Train, Gina was just fucking going off the hook, saying train, because every time he would do anything, he's casting a spell or whatever. I don't think this Rockholm is slowed. I think that's a new one.
Resist.
Ah, fucker. He's resisted. So I'm gonna go for my lesser slow just because it doesn't have a cooldown, and this thing just needs to get slowed.
Resist.
Should have known it would have resisted. I'll go for the beefy slow. Probably gets resist. Oh, got it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. My pet's in there. Good. The bard is gonna need a regen again pretty quick. I'm gonna jump in there in the fight here for the Hymn of Restoration. Get that when he casts it. So I'm losing some buffs here, which is annoying because I'm not good for mana after all those resists with the rock golem. This kind of goes with the territory with these rock golems though, and maybe my bad for not having mallow on the bar. Even though my experience is they resist mallow more than they resist the slow. So I'm still always questioning whether I should even bother. Oh my goodness, that's a huge pull. That's the bard. He's going down, man. I'm gonna root something. And I'm gonna just get that rock golem under control here with the slow if I can. I'm going for the mallow first.
Resist.
He resisted that.
Resist.
Fuck. I got no mana. And that rock golem is not slowed, man.
Out of mana.
Sketch. So this is really sketchy for me because if I pull aggro here, I'm toast. Okay. Ooh, okay, rock golem slowed, so that's kind of safety mode here. A little bit engaged. The bard can be mezzing. Oh, I need to get my pet in there. Anyway, the bard can mez some shit here, so we should only be able to focus on the golem, but shit's just hectic. Shit's just hectic. In fact, you know, as much as I want to toss slow here, I think I'm just going to play on the defensive side, because if I pull aggro, I got no mana to do it. Fuck, there it is. So I got roots. That's all I got. So none of this is slowed. But again, I just don't have the mana to really engage without risking a death touch. And clearly the cleric doesn't have a ton of mana, or he would have tossed me heal a long time ago. I'm just gonna make sure there's no ads behind me. So that harvester got burnt pretty fast. So I'm actually going to get ready for a heal here on the bard. And I'm going to look for the cleric who's sitting right there. So I want to make sure that we're both not double healing the bard. But we're not going to let him die. So I'll toss a heal to the bard. I got you, bud. So my regen's gonna fade pretty soon, and that's like vital for me. It's just I need it. So, and it costs a shit ton of mana. So I feel like we're gonna need a mana break here anyway, which is actually great because I do have some rebuffs to get to. So far, I really like this spot. I should have gauged my experience beforehand. I think I was right there though. I think I had about 20%, maybe just a little bit more, slightly. So this is a good spot. I don't think I've gotten any new gear lately. That being said, I am going to buy the totemic helmet. It's only got 5 wisdom on it. It's, you know, it's not a huge upgrade, but it is sort of the best shaman helmet other than planar gear. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. It's a quested thing, I think, and I'm not going to do the quest. I'm just not. So I'll end up buying that. So I'll end up probably, I think it sells for like 1,000 plat. I'll probably hopefully pay 800, 900. See if I can get that. That's kind of all I got on like the want list. Oh shit. Was there a spawn? Okay. It's a bit of a hasty slow for me to do. Okay. I was gonna say it was a little bit quick. So that assist trick works. So I selected that capture and then I assist it, and it's attacking the rock golem. So there's no point to slow the capture. Now there is. Did it just die? Where, oh no, it's over there now. Did I just like go blind for a minute? Okay, so how's those buffs on our homies? Okay, so I lost my regen. That's gotta. I need ya. Cool. It's in the right spot too. I was lucky. Oh, I took a hit. Hopefully I got my pet on the right target here. I don't know if I actually engaged my pet there, and he maybe just engaged because I got hit. So again, I think the tank is fine for buffs because I buffed myself well beforehand, before coming to this group. However, there's probably like 10-15 minutes left on their buffs, I'm guessing. So I'm due for a rebuff. This is such a fun game. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. You just have to play it for like a weekend and you get used to the graphics, and you don't understand why I keep fucking saying it's so fun. Go kill some skeletons, collect a couple bone chips, somebody will buy them from you for some platinum, you get a couple, get your hands on your first couple plat, and then you buy like your 40 plat sword or whatever class you make. It's just a fun game, man. The progression is just never ending awesome. The OT mallet, that's a good accomplishment. I'm happy about that one. That might be my best item yet, to be honest. All this other crap that I'm wearing is kind of just meh. Like there's nothing fantastic that I have, but that OT mallet is a prized possession. Oh fuck! He almost fucking smacked me. So I'm going in for the slow. He resisted. I don't have mallow on the bar because I suck. I also don't have a shit ton of mana here. I'm going for a second slow. Hopefully it lands. It did. So that's good. I got the slowdown. Should let my group know I'm fucked for mana though.
Taste other.
So haste is fading.
Taste other. Regen other.
That's not good. And regen's fading. Also not good. So I'll re-haste because it's a lot cheaper for mana. I can get those back up real quick. Might as well rehaste my pet too while I'm at it. Fuck it.
Slow.
I'm out of mana. It's a good fucking spot, man. I really like this observatory here. Lots of golems, and golems suck to fight, but they do give a lot of experience, so that's pretty cool. Here's our first item. It's an 820. That's actually a really good ratio. 3 strength, so that's not bad. I think the Jade Mace is probably better. I think it's a 919. God damn, this fucking warrior fucked me up a little bit there. I'm gonna go for the slow. Got a slow on the rat. Oh man, that heal was nice. I'm guessing that's a common drop, the enforcer there. So they probably have one, and I think it was a lore item I saw. So that would be why they're passing, I'm guessing. It seems like the hole drops a lot of loot frequently. Like all the loam drops really common. Like it's super common. It's good though. Some of the pieces, it's almost a shame that it's so saturated. So the nobody wants it. I guess I'll take it. I don't think it's that great. But again, the Jade Mace is this game is all about min-maxing. So, the third best item isn't shit compared to the second best item, and the second best item ain't shit compared to the best item, best in slot they call it even. So that's just the way it works, and it's almost to a silly degree. Like an item could be second best in slot and give you, let's just say, 100 health, and then the best in slot item could give you like 110 health. So just 10 extra health, like minuscule, but the price difference would be like 1,000 plat to like 50,000 plat. You know, even more. The best in slot items, because it's the best in slot, it's the best possible item you can get for that slot. They sell for like way up there. So it's kind of neat, kind of weird at the same time. Giblet needs regen, which is fair. I let that one go because mana. And yeah, kind of forgot what I was saying there. But I always need mana. That is one downfall as a shaman. You kind of are always strapped for mana. I mean, it's obviously why they gave you Cannibalize. And it's awesome.
Fizzle.
You need it. You do need it, basically. But it's a rough life sometimes without an enchanter, that's for sure. You could really... I bet clerics are the same exact way. You can really feel it when there's an enchanter in the group, when you get that clarity. It's a nice bonus. Makes a huge difference. And the Hymn of Restoration too is a fantastic gain. You know, I just tossed a regen and a talisman, which are both mana intensive. And I want to give Allura a new talisman as well, keep her on the same track as me. Oof. It's a rough life with no C, but you know, clerics know. Everybody knows. So we got some other dudes in here, probably just coming by, moving to a different camp maybe. Some council members, some Calamitious Intent, and some Kingdom. So Kingdom's a guild I've been thinking about. They're a raiding guild. The Ember Steel team is another really good raiding guild, so I'd like to join maybe one of those two. There's some other good ones too, like Fires of Heaven. We just saw somebody poke their head out over there. Allura, I think, is in Fires of Heaven. I believe they're a good raiding guild. Same with Venerate, and I think Castle's in there. Calamitious Intent's in there. You know, everybody gets their hands in a little bit. You know, that the cleric over there that was with Calamitious Intent, he's wearing his purple armor, his raid gear. Okay, so, oh, there's an enchanter. Might be able to get a clarity. That would be fantastic. That harvester is fighting the fiend. Okay. So I need to move forward a little bit to get inside that Hymn of Restoration. Nice. Love that. Gotta get that on me. Constantly need to can here and get mana up. What's going on with these?
Slow.
There's a lot of mobs. The capture is not on our team. He looks scary. They all look scary. I don't know which one's slow. And I slowed the wrong one. Fuck. I guess I should have just slowed the one they're hitting. That would have been smart. Okay, stamina buff. Cool. Now this capture's pissed. Now we get him. That's a mezzed fiend. I was like, oh shit. So that enchanter disappeared pretty quick. I didn't see where he ran off to. I was gonna ask him for a clarity. Oh well.
Slow.
Whoa. That's not slowed. So we lost the bard for a few minutes because his fridge repair guy's there, so that's legit, but it's going to be a little tough to manage ads with no mez of any kind, so I'll have to route ads, so I'll try to be on top of that. However, at the same time, I passed out a couple buffs. It's been a pretty go group, except for that one nice mana break that got my pet out. That was good. So those rock golems, they're rough on the mana bar. This is a really fantastic camp, though. I'm really down with this. It's a good spot to sit too. It looks nice. I like it. The entrance is a really good experience so far. Fresh coffee sounds nice. Let's regen. Wait till he's back, maybe.
Fizzle.
Oh, he's sort of back. I'm gonna clear that shit. So I just casted agility on myself.
Regen
That's
other.
the wrong spell. Wrong spell.
Interrupted.
So he is back in the action. I'm gonna toss him a regen. This is faded. Gotta redo haste for 3 people in a minute. 2 people really. My pet is, you know, sort of on that list. Pretty. Not sure how much damage my pet's really doing. I'm sure it helps a little bit, but you know, nothing major. Nothing compared to a player. The mage's pet, on the other hand, that's making a difference. So Lyra. It's Alacrity. Wonder how that cleric's mana is doing, because I could definitely use a heal. So I got strength to do as well. That's always a tough one because a couple people need strength. Get the rogue though, they definitely need it. I don't think I got the mage's pet last time either. Just with so many buffs that I'm passing in, I might have to not slow for a fight and kind of put the pressure on the cleric a little bit. I'm not going to slow my pet. I got bandit, so Lyra just went to pull, I think. Oh, a cleric was AFK, okay. That's good we weren't pulling then. The cleric's AFK. So I'm going to assist here and then get the pet in there. I'm going to skip the slow here. Oh, there's a third ad. That's not awesome. I don't think I gave Lyra a strength buff yet. So I got to do that. Hit myself up with an AC buff and then also give myself strength. So I'm trying to catch up on the buffs. I let them go for quite a long time now. Not really going to catch up if I don't do it. And I like to have all these buffs up. They are really, really good. They do make a big difference, and a lot of them I don't really need, like the agility and the strength and whatnot. But you know, if you dodge one hit, it's kind of worth it. Like, it's just things do so much damage. Also, I use it to track my buffs on other people, and it's certainly needed on the tank. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Focusing on anyway. That's what I'm focusing on. AC buff. Can you give myself strength? I think I got strength on everybody that needs it. I didn't hit my pet with the strength. I'm going to skip that. I don't think that's going to really matter. And I think we're back caught up. I need to regen pretty quick on myself. Let's get rid of that now. And then maybe I'll work on the magic resistance buff that I keep talking about and never doing.
Resist. Resist. Camp check CC. Resist.
So I'll put that on the tank and myself just to gauge the E-timer.
Resist. Resist.
I fucking hate that. I don't like when the bard buffs are in the middle and then when it's not there, it's, you know, it's just weird. I don't like the gap. Not a big deal. So this is a cool bow that is rotting over at the docks. I think most of the groups that I have here in the whole that bow drops because it's pretty common, but it's a no drop bow, so you do have to come here to get it, and it is a really good bow. Nice. I did get that rock golem slowed, which is really great because I have no mana. But I am caught up on buffs, which is fucking great. So now I get to just kind of chill for a moment. You know, all the buffs last like an hour, so it's a nice thing to be caught up on all of them. Sucks to do them all at once like that. That's a bit rough on the mana bar and kind of on the group at the same time. I did sort of have a nice opportunity there where a couple people went AFK and I was able to land some shit. So that was nice. A lot of fucking corpses here. Probably just killed a lot of them, but don't want to see anything waste. Rot. I got a nice 100 plat gem or something. Or this pebble. One of these. I don't know what that sells for, but probably like 100-ish plat. Ouch. I just stubbed my toe. It's a bow gone. This is a good bow. Somebody went and claimed that. Still really... dude's name is Kothsum, so it made me think about how I got Call of the Hero into this group. I'm still a huge fan of that. That was really cool. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna assist the tank here. That's how this is going down. So Allura's gonna pick a target. It's this rock golem. I'm gonna go ahead and try to slow that rock golem. Got that one slowed. Okay, Cleric went for a heal, which he gave him aggro. He jumped to the top of the list. I went for a root. It got resisted, but that bumped me to the top. The Cleric did land a root on the golem, I think. So the fact that this golem is rooted, I'm going to take my time. We're fighting another golem. We're focusing on a different golem. I'm going to try to come over here and lower its resistance. And then also toss a slow. Okay, so it got mellowed, so hopefully the slow lands. It's a little sketch for me to do this when I have no mana. I don't like slowing when I'm not having enough mana to lay down even one root. That's a sketch move. The golem is rooted, I believe, but you know, that could break and then I'd be fucked because I can't root. And I have no mana to heal, so I'm just like either running around, which is causing more problems kind of, or
slow.
Waiting. Just waiting for a heal or waiting for there. See, I need to lay down a root. Nice, he got aggro. So the paladin did take aggro there before my root landed, but that's kind of what you end up waiting for. That was a nice heal by the cleric, by the way. He saw that I got hit and I could use a heal, and he did lay one down. So he is, I'm threading the needle, if you will. I'm staying low on the health. Not too low, but you know, lower than we'd all like. I think maybe more than I'd like. I gotta pass another regen in a minute, so I'm trying to save for that. Got those rock golems slowed though. That's kind of my primary goal. That's what I'm here for. That's what I got invited here for. Slow the golems. That capture is looking at me funny. I don't like it. All in all, though, this is pretty safe. This is a really good group. We got a really good composition. The mage with the Call of Hero, what a cool move that was. That's really awesome. The rogue being able to sneak through. It's cool. I fucking love that shit. yeah, all in all, it's a good composition. The bard's there as makeshift everything. He's got the regen going from the health for me. He's got the buffs going for the melee. He's probably giving them haste. This is probably a haste buff that stacks with haste. So the bard haste stacks with a buffed haste, I think. So he's probably doing that. He's doing a lot of shit for the group, and he's also charming things and mezzing things. So we got a lot going on here. It's a good composition, fantastic camp. This is a great spot to be leveling. I'm happy to be leveling here. So here's what I think. I would like to go to Seblis because it's been forever since I've been there. But if I do recall, the experience there wasn't super great, but the loot there was pretty good. Like you get a lot of gems there from killing scarabs and shit, if I recall. It's just so you get good loot there, but not the best XP. So my whole way through so far, I've been pretty like hard on the XP. Like that's all I really wanted. For a long time, I rocked shitty gear, just going for the XP. I'm pretty sure I had banded boots for up to level 45 or something. So I haven't really been too focused on gear. It's been a good progression. I think my gear's not shit, but it's not super. It's nothing memorable other than the OT hammer. I was looking for a name, but it's not this game. So all in all, it's been a good run so far. Gotta get into raiding though. I really should put my money where my mouth is on that one. So just tossed a regen, and where's that bard at? Wants to give me some hymn of restoration. 2 rock golems, okay. Again, we'll go for the assist here, so I select the tank, put the pet on one of those rock golems. I'm just gonna go straight for the slow. Oh, that worked, nice. That's kind of lucky. I just don't have a ton of mana. Don't know how to get that. Nice, I think I got the other rock golem here. And I'm gonna go for slow. It's kind of a sketch, so I think I have enough mana for nice. I'm pretty sure I got them both slowed. Hopefully I didn't select the same one. I don't think I did. Whoa! Rockland's pissed.
Resist.
Oh, resisted my root. So it's masked by the bard. That's why it wasn't chewing me up there. But it did resist my root, and it is rooted now. So it's mezzed and rooted.
Haste other.
And slowed.
Haste other.
That's why I said fuck. He killed his pet by accident. Oh!
Haste
So
other.
that thing is not rooted, not mezzed, and still slowed. Oh, it's messy when I do the canny in the middle of all that shit. I don't like how seizure warning.
Slow. Slow.
Oh, my pet's just in there and just chewing him up. Get him! So, the mage killed his pet by accident. That's why he said fuck in chat. And which means he lost whatever gear he gave him, which is usually just summoned weapons or whatever. But it's a ton of mana. It's just annoying probably. And I do have to give him another strength buff when he finds the right one. So with mages and most pet classes, I do it myself when I'm soloing, but in a group it really doesn't make a difference. But pet classes will try to find their highest level pet. So when you summon a pet, it's got a level range to it. Like you might summon a level, within 4 levels. You might get like a level 1 to a level 4 pet. It's got a range to it. I don't know what the actual range is, but maybe it's probably like 1 or 2 levels. It's not 4. Anyway, point being, the higher level mob hits harder. Like my pets will range from like 49 damage to 57 damage ish, like depending on the level. So you'll resummon until you find the right mob or the right pet, the one that's doing the most damage. After that rant, The point is, I'm gonna wait until he does that. So he just killed his pet. If he just saw him, just resummon a new pet is what he's doing. That's his long cast. I'm gonna wait until he's given his pet weapons. Then I'm gonna shrink it. Then I'm gonna give it strength, and we'll call it a day. So that's why he's annoyed. It's because it's taken this long and that much mana to get the right pet, and maybe he doesn't even have the right one yet. Sometimes you just get bad roll of the dice, the small ones over and over. He's like, there's a reason I carry 6 stacks of Malachite. It's Malachite. It's their reagent for casting summon pet. So it's just kind of a funny thing to say. Oh, we got that rat again. Okay, let's get him. He's on my pet, which is great. I love when they hit my pet because it's not hitting a player and whatever. My pet doesn't. Oh, I tried to root that. My bad. My pet. Oh, is my pet rooted? What's going on there? My pet's like stunned or something. Oh, that rat's a pet. The bard made the rat a pet, so my pet couldn't attack it because it was on our team for the moment. But it is slowed. So, that bard's fine. He's going to get hit like once or twice. Anyway, we're going to have to toss him a regen pretty quick anyway. So that rat is back. So this is like the 3rd cycle or something wrong. So this is Observatory. This is just going to go on for another hour, probably an hour and a half. And then I'll take a break. That's typically, I think, how long good sessions last, 2.5, 3 hours. And then if you're really hardcore, like on a Saturday or something, maybe everybody takes a 5-minute, 10-minute break and goes back in for another hour or 2. Or whatever, switch it up. Maybe do that on a Friday, Thursday, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So these rats are tough, eh? I like that. I did slow it, but it takes a lot to get them. I'm gonna toss a new regen to the bard, and you know what? I never actually hit the bard with a new talisman when I rebuffed talisman. So because mana's alright, because I stole a little bit of mana from the cleric because he gave me a nice heal, I'm gonna toss a talisman over to the bard. It's just nice for him to have because he's charming and he's doing the meds and stuff. So it's very likely he's gonna get a hit. And this is just going to increase his total health by like another 300, a couple hits.
Slow.
Maybe 2 hits or 1 hit, I don't know. But it helps. So how's haste? Nobody's hasted. I've just let that go completely, my bad. I wonder how long. Couldn't have been too long. I'm pretty on top of it, but, and they haven't noticed yet either. And it's not that it's their job, it's my job. But when a buff is fading on you, it's blinking. It's kind of tricky to notice when you got a bard in the group, though, because you got a lot of shit blinking. But I do need to get Allura with another haste here, and then I've just been canning away, hardly even looking at my health, just going. And then my pet. And I need another regen in 3 minutes. And that's the observatory, folks. This is it. This is like the 3rd cycle, I think. Maybe I'll just cut it off here. So if you do like the content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the videos you like, leave a comment if you want. I'll certainly read it. There's not very many comments, so I'll get to it. And this is the observatory. So I'll make another video on the next group that I do in the hole. Hopefully a little bit deeper. I do want to hit the rats at some point and see what that experience is like. This experience is pretty damn good. I'll ride this out for another hour, probably hour and a half, another 3 cycles maybe, and we'll be a little bit closer to 54. So this is level 53 in the observatory, in the hole. Anyway, I will catch you guys for the next video. Until then, I hope you have a good one. Cheers.